Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas. Today we're going to talk about the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, otherwise known as DACA. So under this program, it allowed foreign nationals, over 800,000 foreign nationals, the ability to obtain a 2-year work permit, a social security card, driver's license, and protection from being deported outside of the U.S. So in the last 4 years under Donald Trump, the Trump administration has been trying to rip apart DACA and end the program as we know it. Now, with the decision by the federal judge in New York, the program has to be reinstated or restored to its original format under Barack Obama. So today we're going to talk about what is DACA, what are the qualifications, and if you should apply for the DACA program. So what is DACA? So DACA was created by President Barack Obama in June 15 of 2012. President Barack Obama saw a big problem in the United States. He noticed that there were many foreign national children that entered the U.S. before they were 16, and after they entered the U.S. either illegally or legally and just overstayed. He noticed that these individuals overstayed their status or had no status. And when you don't have status in the U.S., it's very difficult because you won't be able to get a driver's license, you can't go to school. There's many things that you cannot do when you don't have immigration status. So President Barack Obama issued an executive order that created this DACA program. The DACA program allowed these individuals to come out of the shadows. Again, they're not here through their own faults. I mean, they were under 16 when they came over. So under this program, they were able to get a 2-year work permit, a driver's license, social security card, and a lot of these individuals are able to, be a productive member of society, get married, buy cars, buy houses, and live their life. Without this program, over 800,000 individuals would not have any authorization to work in the U.S. right now, and they could have been placed in removal proceedings. So that's one of the most important things that President Barack Obama did, was that he created this program because he wanted to protect these children from being deported. Now, in the last 4 years, Donald Trump has tried repeatedly to dismantle the entire program. First of all, he tried to get rid of the program. Then he stopped accepting new applications. Then he limited the ability to obtain a travel permit. And then later on, he tried to limit the 2-year work authorization card to 1 year. So there's a lot of things that the DACA program has suffered in recent years. However, just today, a federal judge in New York has ruled that Donald Trump, when he appointed Mr. Wolf as acting director of the Department of Homeland Security, it was not done correctly, and that this rule that he made, these changes that he made to the DACA program, has to be thrown out. And now the program is going to be reinstated to its original glory under President Barack Obama. So that's what the DACA program is. So the next question that you might be asking is, how do I qualify, or if I qualify for DACA? DACA is very specific. So I'm going to go over all the requirements under DACA, and you can check off whether or not you qualify. The first requirement is that you came to the U.S. before you turned 16. The second requirement is that after you entered the U.S., you never left. The third requirement is that on June 15, 2012, you were under 31 years old. The fourth requirement is that on June 15, 2012, you did not have lawful immigration status. The fifth requirement is that you are currently in high school, have a high school diploma, or a GED. And the last requirement is that you do not have a disqualifying crime. Disqualifying crimes include a felony, significant misdemeanor, or 3 non-significant misdemeanors. So if you meet these 6 requirements, right now you can apply for the DACA program. So the next question that you may have is, what do I need to submit with my DACA application? And so we'll go over this with you. So the first thing that you need is the government fee. The government fee right now is $495. In addition to the fee, you'll need 2 identical passport-style photos. Also, you'll need to go on the government's website and download these forms. So you go to the website, it's www.uscis.gov. Look for the forms area, and then you want to download and complete these forms. The forms are the I-821D, the I-765, and the I-765WS. So even if you're not considering to work in the US, you just want to apply for the program, you have to fill out those other two forms. The I-765 is an application for employment authorization. So even if you're underage and you don't want to work, the government requires that you fill out this form in the worksheet with your DACA application for it to be accepted. In addition to these forms, you also have to submit any criminal records. So if you have a criminal record, you have to submit the police records, arrest records, and criminal records, and they all have to be certified. The last requirement is that you have to prove that you qualify for the DACA program. So earlier I went over all the qualifications that you need in order to apply for DACA. You have to be able to prove it. So the next question that you may have is, when should you apply for DACA? And my advice to you is to apply right now. Do not wait a day, do not wait a week, do not wait a month. Remember, the program came out in 2012. And if you applied back when it was available, you could have been one of the 800,000 individuals that benefited from this program. Instead, if you waited for applying because of the money issue or because you were fearful of what can happen to you, you have wasted essentially 8 years of your life not having a driver's license, a social security card, a work permit, and the ability just to live your life, buy a car, go to school, get a good job, raise a family. You wasted 8 years of your life. So do not wait any longer. So if money is your reason for not applying for a new DACA application, it's not a good reason. It's actually a very, very silly reason not to apply. So before you go, let me give you 3 tips on what you should do if you think that you qualify for the DACA program. The first tip is that if you think you qualify but you had previously committed a crime, and I'm talking about any crime in the US. So if you committed a crime as a juvenile, if you committed a crime and the charge was later dismissed because you entered a deferred adjudication program or because you signed a pretrial diversion agreement, it doesn't matter. These crimes can make you ineligible for DACA. So many individuals do not qualify for DACA simply because they have a DUI or a DWI. However, the DACA program is kind of weird because if you had a public intoxication charge, you could still qualify for DACA. So the laws are very strange and they're very weird. So you really have to go to a qualified immigration attorney like our office. That way we can analyze your case and to see if you qualify for DACA. The second tip that I'm going to give you is do not apply lightly. I know that many of you are going to look at the forms and you're going to think, oh, it looks very easy. I think I can do it myself. Or you hire someone like a friend to help you do this. Let me just tell you, let me give you a big warning about this. So under Barack Obama, when you applied for a government benefit and the case gets denied, nothing really happens to you. Barack Obama left you alone unless you maybe had a criminal record. But nowadays, under the Trump administration, when you apply for any benefits, let's say for a marriage-based green card case, or you've applied for naturalization, and there's something in your record that makes you deportable, instead of just denying your application, the government is putting you in deportation proceedings. So what they'll do is that the second that your case gets denied, they're going to send you a notice letting you know that you have so many days to get out of the country. Then within 3 to 6 months, they're going to issue a notice to appear, and they're going to tell you that you need to go in front of an immigration judge for your removal proceedings. That is what we are seeing right now under the Trump administration. So if you're thinking about applying by yourself, I really, really want to just let you know, don't do it, because if you mess up, it could lead to deportation. The third piece of advice is be careful of who you hire, because not everyone is qualified to do this. Make sure that whoever you hire has experience filing new DACA applications. Thank you again for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and we hope that you have found this video helpful. Now, if you know someone that qualifies for DACA or may qualify for DACA because they have children or entered at a young age, make sure to share this video with them to make sure that they know what's happening with the DACA program. There has been so many changes to the DACA program, and that's why if they haven't been listening, they're not going to know that the program was recently changed, and now the government starting on Monday, is going to have to accept brand new DACA applications. So make sure that you share this video with anyone that you think may qualify for the program because it ended before and it may end again. So make sure that you help them apply now when it's still available. That way they can get out of the shadows and start becoming a more productive member of society and live their true life without fear of being placed in removal proceedings. Again, thank you for watching Winning Law, and we hope that we have made immigration easier to understand.